Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017. This week's episode is brought to you by the It's a Wonderful Run 5K coming up in Seneca Falls on December 9th. Be sure to sign up today at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. It's a winter run like no other. We're live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, and joining me is Jim Sinicropi and Josh Durso. Nice to see you guys.
Happy holidays. Here we go.
We're here.
Happy holidays. We are here.
Mm-hmm.
How did we get here? I can't believe it.
It's gone fast.
Got
Fall
back.
has gone really fast.
I know. I got back from vacation, and it was a nice day yesterday, and then today it was snowing, and it hit me.
So starting Friday, we got Christmas music. Feel free to let it play through your speakers in the car and at home.
You're prepared now?
Get some lights up. I got to get the Christmas lights up outside. I want to get a Christmas tree before the weekend's over.
Good.
And that's that, yeah.
But we got to
Knock it
get
all
through
out.
Thanksgiving first.
Got to survive Thanksgiving.
I'm not cooking this year, so that'll be easy.
Oh, nice.
Not that
Good.
Thanksgiving dinner is not difficult anyways. It's
It's just a turkey.
Prep
extended.
work.
The turkey takes a long time,
Yeah.
and but everything's easy. Stuffing, mashed potatoes,
Yep.
stuff's all easy.
All the sides cook in under an hour
Right, you just
roughly.
gotta
I
prep
mean,
it
it's
all.
it's
You
you know.
make some pies
Mm-hmm.
the week before or even a month before and freeze them. There's lots
Yeah.
that you can do. I wish I froze one of those grape pies, though, from the Naples Fest. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, I could have a grape pie for Thanksgiving, but I didn't. I ate them all.
You ate them.
That takes care of that.
I know, so much for that idea. Nice thought, though.
Yeah.
Are you going Black Friday shopping, or
No, I'm not.
No.
I haven't ever. I never will.
never will? Oh, I'm
I will.
guilty. You
Oh,
will?
well. Yeah. Yep.
No,
Where?
you're.
Not sure. We're still working on the plans. Still working on zeroing in on what's going to be open, when things are going to be open. We will have here on Finger Lakes. Let's do a little self promotion right now.
That's what I was
We'll
gonna say.
have the Black Friday guide up tomorrow morning. It'll have all the hours, what stores are open on Thanksgiving, whether you feel good about that or not.
Right.
When everything opens up again on Friday, because a lot of stores are doing this sort of rotational schedule where they're open for about 5 or 6 hours on Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then they close for 5 or 6 hours, and then they reopen Friday morning.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we'll have that covered for you.
Perfect. Great. Well, what does this weekend's weather look like for us? Because that's going to be helpful if we need to bundle up to go get shopping done or what.
Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy with a high near 40. Just a slight breeze, 6 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low of around 31. Be a little breezy again. And then Friday, that's my pick day of the 4-day weekend. It's going to be mostly sunny with a high near 44, which is a really nice day for this time of year. And then Friday night, showers move in overnight, but still only getting down to about 39 degrees. And then Saturday, the chance for rain increases, but still mild, mostly cloudy with a high near 48. If it doesn't rain, that's a really good Saturday, almost 50 degrees. And a lot of times when they say
Yes.
high of 48, if you get a little bit of sun, that will just
Bump it up.
bump above 50.
Jump.
Then Saturday night, 50% chance of rain and snow with a low around 32. And then Sunday, 70% chance of snow showers before 11 a.m. Then rain likely, mostly cloudy, high of 34. And then looking towards Monday, when everybody comes back to work after the 4-day weekend,
Yeah.
chance of rain and snow, partly sunny, high near 35. But warming up a little bit on Tuesday, back up into the upper 40s is the early forecast. So not a bad weekend for traveling. There's not going to be any significant snow. There might be
Yes.
snow in the air. I'm actually going to play 9 holes of golf on Thanksgiving morning.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you
That's
better
the
bundle
spirit.
up.
That is the holiday spirit right there, in my opinion. That
What
is
do you
it.
wear to golf on a cold
Long
40
underwear.
degree?
A cold, wait a second. If you're used to golfing in 50 degrees, 50, 55 degrees, it isn't much of a stretch to go out when it's 40 or 45.
Yeah,
No, it
but it's
depends
like
if it's
30
windy.
something.
I mean, there will be a little breeze. That's going to make it what's cold, but yeah, it'll be in the 30s when we
Right.
play. And long underwear, a couple of layers up top. As long as my torso's warm,
You're good.
You're good.
I'm usually good. A winter
And
hat.
then what do you wear for shoes? You need something warm on your feet.
No, just shoes, just normal golf shoes.
Really?
Yeah. It'll be all right.
For the love of the game.
That's the plan, though. We might show up and say, yeah, no. But
Right. Well, good luck. I hope it's nice and sunny and not too breezy for you. All right, Josh, what do we have going on in the news this week?
So, first and foremost, we have our complete local Thanksgiving guide, full of events, some turkey tips for those who might be a little confused or unsure about how to handle their turkey tomorrow. A little bit of a debate broke out on social media after a couple of those stories were posted this morning around fresh versus frozen turkeys. We didn't get into that, but it goes without saying. Other news that's been popular this week and that will be continued to get coverage throughout the weekend, the latest on a controversial proposal for a portion of property connected to the former Seneca Army Depot, 2,400 tons of municipal solid waste, garbage, would be incinerated in a first-of-its-kind facility, state-of-the-art facility, but a lot isn't known about the company behind it, Circular Energy. So a lot of questions. That'll be blowing up in December. A lot of opposition has been voiced already to these kinds of projects just because of what is already coming into Seneca County as far as waste goes. We have an update to the disaster declaration story that we talked about last week. Cayuga County was snubbed from the White House list, but Cayuga County Legislature Chairman Keith Batman told me on Inside the FLX shortly after that he was confident that they would be included. Not so fast. So the feds actually outright denied Cayuga County access to that list, that distinction, which means that they just, at this point, won't be reimbursed by FEMA for what they're spending along the coast in Fairhaven, which was not as badly hit as Wayne County was. But interestingly enough, Monroe County was hit just as hard as Wayne County was, and they were also excluded from that list. So,
oh wow,
and then of course, big weekend for travel, big weekend for people going out with friends, having some drinks, that sort of thing. Pretty much every law enforcement agency in the region is participating in a DWI crackdown. Just be smart. Don't drink and drive. Have a plan. Uber, Lyft.
I know.
They're all great. We have access.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure the drivers just got to say that they're on or, that they're on.
And, it saves everyone a big headache. It keeps everyone safe. And that's what we're worried about here. And, of course, we'll be covering all the breaking news like we always do. All weekend, on the holiday, on Black Friday when everybody's out shopping, enjoying family, friends, all that good stuff. We'll be here. We'll be doing it like we always are.
Okay. Thanks.
24/7, 365. That includes Thanksgiving and Christmas and Flag Day.
Yes.
Okay.
The most important one, Flag Day, of course.
All right. Well, let's take a look at our weekend events. Coming up, the Seneca County House of Concern is holding a community Thanksgiving Day dinner that is open to all and is eat-in or take-out as well as delivery for those with an absolute need. The turkeys were donated by Dan's Design Landscape and Construction and Del Lago Resort and Casino. The goal is to serve 1,000 people. Last year, they served over 800 dinners.
Yeah, and last week we talked about the free Thanksgiving dinners in Seneca Falls. And Tammy over at the House of Concern actually contacted me to kind of clarify some things. So the Downtown Deli has done that for a long time. They stopped doing it after 18 years of the free Thanksgiving dinner in 2015, for a lot of reasons. 18 years of doing a free Thanksgiving dinner is
it takes a lot of manpower.
It's a tremendous contribution. So there was some concern at that point that there might be some people, especially some veterans and seniors, that might not have access to that meal and would face a quiet, lonely holiday. So following in the Downtown Deli's generous footsteps, the Seneca Falls Elks Lodge, along with the House of Concern and the track team, held their first dinner in 2015, with this now being their third year. So
that's great. That's awesome. They picked that up after such a generous commitment from the Downtown Deli.
Yeah, the Sanderonis for 18 years did that. And that's why, I hadn't even noticed that they haven't done it the past couple of years, because it became such a staple of Thanksgiving around here in
Right.
Seneca Falls. So
Yeah. Great. All right. Well, thanks for that. Good to know. The 24th edition of Dickens Christmas opens in Skinny Atlas at noon on Friday with the world's smallest Christmas parade. Charles Dickens and his entourage will meander down Fennell Street to Jordan Street to Genesee Street, ending on the porch of the Hannum House. Dickens Christmas continues every Saturday and Sunday noon to 4 p.m. through December 23rd with an abbreviated production noon to 2:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve. That's neat. I still have not made it, and I keep hearing, every year I hear so many amazing things about that.
yeah,
And
it's fun.
We haven't gone out.
It's different and it's easy, and Skinny
Right.
Atlas certainly is a really Christmassy kind of place at that time of year. Yeah.
Yeah, so beautiful. Yep. All right, on Saturday in Lyons, it's Small Shop Saturday and Blizzard Blast with store-wide specials and activities starting at 10 a.m. Horse-drawn wagon rides, a cookie walk, free movie at Omen Theater for the kids, and the Parade of Lights at 5 p.m. with Santa on the fire truck. Finally, fireworks at 6 p.m. Sounds like a fun event to take the kids to.
Fireworks, yeah.
Yeah.
In November.
And Santa on the fire truck. Also on Saturday, Santa train excursions from Shortsville to Phelps and back over former New York Central Railroad Auburn Road branch line. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Railroad Historical Society in cooperation with Finger Lakes Railway, it's a 1-hour, 18-mile round trip. Departures from Shortsville on Saturday at 10 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 2:30 p.m. That's fun, too.
Mm-hmm.
Show your support for small local businesses by shopping and dining at downtown Ithaca's independent, locally owned stores, businesses, and restaurants for Small Business Saturday. More than 100 locations to visit. And that goes without saying, I think, in all our communities, shop local first. Take a look, see
Amen.
what you can find, because I found some really great gifts that people loved from little shops and boutiques and stuff like that. And I feel like there's a little more sentimental value to those gifts, too.
Yeah, it's almost like you're hunting for it
Yeah.
instead of just, finding the one thing online that
That works.
that they want. I don't know. It is tough, but any support you can give to the small businesses,
Yeah.
whether it's gift certificates or actual items.
Right.
But Ithaca certainly is a great place to
Yes.
shop. I mean, down at the Commons, they say 100 locations. They're not kidding. You have
Yes.
a lot of options, a lot of unique stuff. And I think for most communities, there are, here in Seneca Falls, I can think of 5 different storefronts that you might find that perfect gift in, whether it's Christine Van Duzen's shop or Sinicropi Florist.
Guilty.
So
Yep. Absolutely.
and support your holiday gatherings with, like I'll use Seneca Falls again as an example. One of the bakeries downtown.
Yes.
You can get your cupcakes and stuff, and even like Christmas morning, you want to wake up and have donuts and muffins there.
Right.
Get them, buy them local instead
Yes.
of going to one of the chains.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Also, this weekend, the 8th annual Canandaigua Turkey Trot 5K Fun Run and Walk in Canandaigua on Thanksgiving morning. Black Friday and Small Business Saturday event in Victor. And on Sunday, the Nutcracker Ballet will be presented at the Smith Opera House in Geneva by the Finger Lakes Symphony Orchestra and Ithaca Ballet. I want to go to that. More events, of course, at our community calendar at fingerlakes1.com.
And sign up for the wonderful run. It's 2 weeks from this Saturday.
That's wild. I feel like everything's sneaking up on us this year.
It's a wonderful run, 5k.com. Now available on your mobile device. If you pull that up on your mobile device, it'll look really nice for you. You can register right on your phone. So I don't know if they're filling up or not. I know they have a big meeting on Sunday, the organizers, and so we'll get some information from them on how many sign-ups and if they're expecting it to be bigger or smaller than usual. So a lot depends on the weather as well, which doesn't necessarily mean, if it snows, that sometimes boosts the attendance. But if it's like rain, so I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
But sign up. It's wonderfulrun5k.com.
Yes. All right, well, let's jump into our top local photos from the past week.
Okay.
First up, Rachel Burkholder spotted this group of Amish school children walking home from school, having a snack, taken near Romulus on Wednesday. Oh, yep, that's beautiful. Country. I can't imagine. I really can't. It's amazing.
The different lifestyle?
Yeah. I grew up and, we were friends with an Amish family, and I rode horse and buggy with them and everything, and it's interesting. It's definitely different.
The lifestyle is different, but the interactions between the people is not different, right? I mean, it's like they're...
I don't know, because we were only friends with one family. So I don't know how they were amongst one another. But it was different. The outhouse and action and all that stuff.
Right, yeah, well, that's...
I remember I don't know if I could do that. In the cold of dead of winter. All right, Kathleen Riley captured this fiery sunrise over Seneca Lake on Saturday morning, as seen from Geneva. Oh my gosh, these fiery sky photos we've been getting this year are incredible. Beautiful.
Yeah, that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Before the stormy weather and snowfall, the sunset was beautiful late last week on Thursday afternoon along Lake Ontario in Sodus, as seen in this photo from George Coons. Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
That is nice. That is nice. Good
Gorgeous.
job, George Coons. Where was that a submission, Josh, or did you find that one out on social media?
I believe that was a social media grab.
Okay.
Great shot. Beautiful. It was an early opening for Bristol Mountain this year, as they were making snow last week, as seen in this photo by Eric Gleisel.
Making snow.
Making that snow.
Crazy.
Got to make it. If it's not going to snow, you got to make it.
You're basically just running a hose into that device and spraying water droplets into the air. It turns into snow, right?
Yep.
Is that how they do it?
I think
have
so.
No idea.
Or they mix that water with some other chemical compound.
Good question.
I bet you it's straight water.
We need to get somebody from Bristol Mountain in the studio.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
That'd be great. Let's make that happen.
Mm-hmm. All right, another shot of Saturday morning's spectacular sunrise by Jerry Berge from an undisclosed location somewhere in the Finger Lakes. Somewhere in the Finger Lakes.
You don't let us know where, we can't guess. At least
Sent in the picture. Picture's great. Phenomenal picture from his deer stand. I'm assuming maybe he didn't want to give away his hunting location.
Well, that could be.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Yep, I bet.
But a great picture anyway.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
It's that same sunset as that Kathleen Riley captured, just from a different spot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Beautiful. And finally, from Chris Trine, strong winds made for some great action against the Sodus Point Pier on Sunday afternoon. Oh my.
Yeah. Saw some video, and there were actually a lot of photos. Rachel Burkholder was up there taking some pictures. She wasn't satisfied with them, according to what she posted on Facebook, but man, they were impressive.
Oh, she's
if you
too hard on
count
herself.
all the photos that we've ever gotten, I bet you there's more of that lighthouse than any other one thing.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And it's different
iconic.
Looking every year, but it's just beautiful.
And you're
in
talking
every single photo.
Maybe since we started posting photos back in 1999.
Yeah.
You're talking 20 to 30,000 photos probably.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
A
wild.
lot of photos. So, out of this week's, what's your favorite?
For me, I think George Coons' photo overlooking the lake is the winner in my mind.
Okay. Mine was going to be Chris Trine's. I love that lighthouse photo.
Oh, I wasn't going to choose either one of those, but now that's what I got to choose.
He never gets to pick his.
Well, I was stuck between the two fiery sunrises.
That was the one from the hunt stand.
Rachel's was also different too. It was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I got to choose from one of your twos to break the tie, so I am going to go. And again, I've just seen so many lighthouse photos. It doesn't mean that wasn't a great one, but I also see a lot of lake sunrise photos too. But I'll go with George Coons just for the
for the win.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a nice
beautiful
one. You
shot.
can't go wrong.
Mm-mm.
You can't go wrong.
The quietness of the picture is what really
Yes.
gets me. It's good.
Beautiful.
It's great.
breathtaking.
Thanks, though, for sending them in, everybody.
Yes, thank you for sending them in. If you'd like to send your local photos from across the region, click the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right-hand side of our homepage here at FingerLakes1.com. All right, Jim, what do we have going on in sports right now?
Okay. Sports. We have the Skinny Atlas varsity football teams playing for a state championship in Class C against the top seed General Brown at the Carrier Dome, 11 a.m. Saturday morning, and you can watch it live streaming on myspectrumsports.com. Probably won't be on TV, but you can watch it live. So good luck to the Skinny Atlas Lakers, the last local team standing in the state.
Wow, that's awesome. Good
long
luck.
season for them. Very long season for them.
So, yeah, actually, like last night, I was at NYCC to watch some high school basketball scrimmages. Minders was there and Lions was there, and so was Auburn and Skinny Atlas, and they'd play a quarter and rotate, playing against each other. So Skinny Atlas looked like a short bench because there's probably a couple guys still on the football team that haven't been able to join the basketball team yet. And they happened to Clyde the past couple of years when they've made deep runs. The football season overlaps the beginning of basketball season. Syracuse football will close out their season. They're not going to go to a bowl. This is it. This is the last game of the year. They're hosting Boston College at the Dome for a 12:20 kickoff on Saturday. It'll be senior night for this particular class, the seniors. So that's enough reason to get out to the Dome and support those kids. The Buffalo Bills will be in Kansas City to face the Chiefs, trying to bounce back from a couple of, really an embarrassing run the past few weeks here. They're still 5-5 and in second place in the AFC East, but they were 5-2, so they lost 3 straight. And the Chiefs are also coming off a tough loss to the Giants, which means that they're going to not want to lose to the Bills either. So this is a big week for the Bills and Coach McDermott. 1:00 kick on CBS. Syracuse basketball hosts Toledo tonight at 7:00, and then they're off all weekend. And then Monday night, the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Maryland, the Terrapins will be coming to the Dome for a 7:00 tip there on one of the ESPN networks, and that's really the first really kind of big game of the year for Syracuse basketball. Cornell basketball will also host Toledo, but at 4:00 on Friday at Newman Arena in Ithaca. Cornell hockey takes on Boston U at 8 p.m. at Madison Square Garden in New York City. That's a big, big game for Cornell hockey fans. A marquee matchup against Boston U at the world's most famous arena. Cornell's 8-1. It's their best start since 1973.
Wow.
And other than that, the Upstate Hoops season premiere episode is set for 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, and that kicks off our high school basketball season, which we've been kind of mum about so far. But Sunday morning, we'll have all the details on our schedule. We have a couple coaches up here, and we're going to kick off the high school basketball season. And then a week from Saturday is our first live webcast. It's a quadruple header at the Hall of Fame Classic in Waterloo. 4 games in Minders, Marcus Whitman, Geneva, Lions, Waterloo, Weedsport, Newark, and Janesville DeWitt.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have a good memory. You just shot those off. Boom, 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 boom.
I can name more. But they won't be there. They won't be in Waterloo next Saturday. But I can draw out more names of teams.
Sure. Awesome. Well, that'll be interesting to see how this year plays out and watch your Upstate Hoops podcast. And
well, that's why I went to NYCC, New York Chiropractic College, because I knew these kids were scrimmaging. I wanted to check it out just to start to get into the field. So I got to look at Minders. They're deep and talented. They lost a lot last year, but they should be good in the Finger Lakes East. But I was really impressed with Lions. A lot of new faces.
Really?
Lions was looking good against Auburn, a Class A school. Lions, Class C. And Lions got the better of them in the scrimmage.
Wow. Interesting.
So I was impressed with Lions.
Oh, that's cool. It was smart for you to go out and kind of get a sneak peek.
I didn't stay for it all. I just popped down there for 45 minutes.
Yeah. Neat. Awesome.
And then went home, made some risotto.
Yum, risotto. I've never made risotto.
it's you gotta commit to it if you're making risotto, and you can't step away from that stove once you start. So 2 tricks. I don't know why we're talking about risotto here on Thanksgiving Eve, but
your ways.
The liquid that you're mixing with the rice needs to be warmed right next to it. You got to steep it up. Okay. You can't put cold stock or water or anything onto the risotto because it needs to be warm. And then you just need to put a little bit, just enough, and then you got to continuously stir it. So I usually go like a figure 8 and then scoop around the edge, and then a figure 8 and then scoop around the edge, constantly moving it. And it takes almost a half an hour before it's done of constantly.
You're doing figure 8s and scooping
right.
for half an hour.
Right. Yeah. So.
Jeez, that's commitment, all right.
But there's nothing like it, and you know you're doing
it's
it right
true.
when it just starts to turn into cream. It's almost like you poured like heavy cream on the top of it.
Right.
And it's good. Then you just eat it immediately.
Yes. I'm sure you can't. After half an hour, you worked up an appetite.
Yeah, my arm's still sore.
I'm sure.
I've learned to do it with my left hand too, though, so I can swap off hands because you got to constantly stir.
That's funny.
To make a good risotto. So.
Yep. Yum. Sounds good. So you're not making any pies, and you didn't freeze your grape pie.
I'm making a corn dish, and I'm making stuffing. I make a cornbread stuffing with cherries in it. And so I'm making
talking about that before, yeah.
Probably last year.
Yeah.
You're going shopping. Are you going shopping?
I'm going to go shopping, but I mean, we just got back from vacation, so I haven't really got my mind right yet. Like, I have to sit down and make a list of...
How was the Bahamas?
Oh, it was beautiful.
It wasn't so very Christmassy down there, I bet.
It was not Christmassy, so it was kind of weird to come back or see pictures on social media of, friends and family posting snowy photos. But it was beautiful. Paradise for sure, and glad I was able to go. But back to reality. I know. It's always good to come home, though.
It is.
Even if it's paradise, it's good to come home and be around, friends and family and what's familiar, and just be home again, sleep in your own bed, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I like being home.
Yeah.
Vacation's fun, but it is always nice to come home.
It is. Yes, that's good.
So, I didn't catch you. You're going to do some shopping?
Okay, so I'm going to go, but I have to make my list yet, and I don't really know. I don't know. There's some stuff that I can't get locally, so I'll have to do that. But it's so hard, too, because there's things on Cyber Monday that I know I could save.
See, I think Black Friday's
like
kind of become a scam in a lot of ways because it tries to entice you to do all of your shopping or
to get into the store and get it done.
And you don't have to. Like, you could just use Black Friday as like a shop around and kind of find something great. Yes. But Cyber Monday, plan. And then, I mean, nowadays they're running deals right up until the day before Christmas. So I mean,
or go shopping in September.
Yeah.
Who cares? There are some really good deals, but what you got to go through to get them, it's not worth it. Yeah. I mean, you got to ask yourself, some of them are significant savings, but are you willing to save $40, like to get up at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning and wait in line outside for 2 to 3 hours and then get a chance to save $40?
No.
I mean, I don't know what that limit is, but, if I got woken up at 2 in the morning and said, let's go, and I could pull $40 out of my pocket and say, you go, I would do it. It's not worth the $40.
Sleep is more important to you.
True. I'm going to make all my Christmas gifts this year.
There you go.
Get some craft supplies.
That's an undertaking.
Everybody will be really pleased, I'm sure.
Yes.
Especially my daughter.
The time.
Especially.
The time that would take.
I know. That's why I'd rather buy other people's crafts.
We're running late. I've talked too much. Take us out.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, click like, share, or subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday. Until then, have a wonderful Thanksgiving here in Finger Lakes.
So long. Happy Thanksgiving.